Hey guys, Sean here. Today is my 25th birthday, and I thought that in light of it being, my birthday, I was going to do a special edition review on a movie that I have loved since I was a child. Now, I was originally planning to do a Jim Carrey month where I spend the whole month of January reviewing all Jim Carrey's movies, or at least enough that I could pack into a month because Jim Carrey has always been one of my favorite actors. So I had originally planned on doing a month full of reviewing his movies, but I have been slacking a bit. And there was one movie I wanted to save for my birthday, and I want to get that, at least review that one. And that is The Mask, the 1994 superhero comedy classic. This movie stars Jim Carrey, Jim Carrey, Peter Riegert. I'm sure I butchered that name, but whatever. Peter Green, Amy Asbeck, Richard Jenny, and introducing Cameron Diaz in her very first movie. And it also has Blake Clark in, I guess, a cameo. So anyway, this movie was made in 1994 under the direction of Charles Russell. The story was written by Michael Fallon and Mark Verheiden. I'm pretty sure you said that name wrong, but okay. And the screenplay was Mark Werb. Again, I think I said that one wrong too. But yeah. It is a 1994 American fantasy superhero slapstick action comedy film based on a series of Dark Horse comics. It was produced by Dark Horse Entertainment and New Line Cinema, originally released to theaters on July 29, 1994. This movie is basically about a mild-mannered bank clerk, Stanley Ipkiss, who discovers a mysterious ancient mask that brings him his innermost desires to wild, screaming life. This movie, I think, is, I love this movie. I think it's a fun movie. It's my favorite. This is my favorite Jim Carrey movie. And this also apparently includes Ben Stein and Joely Fisher from Inspector Gadget. Joely Fisher has kind of a cameo in this movie, so she doesn't really have a big part in this film. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's a great film. It's Jim Carrey's best movie, I think, in my opinion. Basically, the villain in this movie is named Dorian Tyrell. He's this, this gangster and owner of a nightclub called Coco Bongo, and he plans to overthrow his boss, Nico. But the only way to do that is he has to rob a bank, which, ironically, is Stanley's bank. But for some reason, Stanley gets the first, as the mask, and et cetera, et cetera. All the while, cops are Lieutenant Calloway is basically on Stanley's trail, just trying to discover that he's the mask, and et cetera, et cetera. And then, I love this movie. I think it's a fun movie. The sequel is, is crap. Don't watch it, I would say. Some of the history I've learned is that they tried to do this. The comic books are basically more like a horror, would basically be more like a horror movie, so they kind of tried to do that, but apparently after 3 scripts that didn't work, they went with Russell's idea to make a comedy, which I think works a lot better. Because not that I wouldn't want to see it as a horror movie, but I think the comedy angle really works better, and and the story I think is really well done. And the acting I think is great across the board, especially from Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz in her first movie. I love the movie. I have seen this movie numerous times. Too many times for me to count, I think. But like I said, this did get a sequel, Son of a Mask. That was like 11 years later. Carrey was originally supposed to do it, but for some reason, due to due to apparently bad experiences on Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, he decided to bail out of it, thinking it didn't challenge his career, I guess. So he kind of bailed out of the sequel, and we got the crap fest you see before you. So yeah, I love this movie. I think it's a great film. So just, if you want to see a Jim Carrey movie, it's a great film. This movie was a box office success, grossing 119 million domestically and over 350 worldwide, becoming the second highest grossing superhero movie at the time behind Batman. Also received positive reviews from critics, and it has gone on to be a cult classic. And that is really cool. I would say that, I can't stop overpraising this movie because this is a fun movie. It's a great film. It's an awesome Jim Carrey movie. Do I think? I'm not sure, but if they were to do a reboot of the movie, either do a reboot or a real sequel, we could get something to get the taste of this crap out of our mouths. But if they would do a follow-up movie, I would want a sequel to get some of the mask out of my mouth. But if they were to reboot it, though, I would say probably do the horror angle that was originally planned. But yeah, love the movie, great cast. The score by Randy Edelman. I think I butchered that name. But yeah, the score I think is really well done. It's got some good music in here. It's got some orchestral music mixed with a little jazz music, and I think the music blends really well. The CGI, the early CGI still holds up, and the practical effects also hold up. Like all the stuff in this movie, it's still good. Like the effects, the score, the acting, the early CGI, it all works. And what's funny is that the big teeth that Jim Carrey talks with, those were actually real teeth. Those were not CGI. And it's kind of funny that a real prosthetic makes a cartoon performance. But yeah, love the movie. I watch it every once in a while. I would totally recommend it, but I implore you, stay away from the sequel. It's complete dog crap. So yeah, I will catch you guys later.